At exactly 2:47 a.m., I woke up with a jolt. The air in my room felt unnaturally heavy, as if something unseen was watching me. The silence was deafening, except for a faint whispering sound. Low, guttural, almost inhuman. It was coming from my own window, but I was on the 7th floor, my stomach clenched. Something was terribly wrong. I had checked into Ravenwood Manor for just one night, hoping to explore its historical significance. But now, it felt like I had stepped into a nightmare I couldn't escape. My name is Guy Daniel Carter, and I am a travel blogger. I often visit places without dark pasts, chasing stories of the supernatural. A few weeks ago, I had heard about Ravenwood Manor, an abandoned yet eerily preserved hotel, infamous for the Kenty mysterious disappearances of its guests. Some spoke of huge shadowy figures wandering the halls, others of a woman's cold, haunting whispers in the night. I never believed in ghosts until that night. When I arrived, the hotel's grand exterior masked the dread that clung to its walls. The receptionist, a pale, expressionless man, slid the key towards me without a word, his fingers shaking slightly. "Please, whatever you do, don't leave your room after 1 a.m., he murmured. His voice was barely a whisper, but it carried something unsettling. A quiet warning, or perhaps a plea I was given. Room 307. The moment I stepped inside, a wave of unease crashed over me. The room smelled of tangerines, damp wood, and something rotting beneath the floorboards. The air was ice cold, despite the radiator being on. My chair by the window was slightly turned, facing the door, as if someone had been waiting for me. Then, it began. A mum's soft knock, 3 times, on the 4th window. I froze. My mind screamed, impossible. Yet my hand still reached for the curtain. I yanked it aside, expecting to see nothing. Instead, I saw a full reflection in the glass. A woman, standing right behind me. I spun around. No one was there. My pulse thundered. The air in the room grew even colder. Then, the bathroom door creaked open on its own, revealing only pitch-black darkness inside. A sudden sonorous thud. The Sean chair by the window had moved. It was now facing me. I swallowed hard. I wasn't alone. And then the lights on flickered violently. Once, twice, before plunging me into absolute darkness. And in that darkness, I heard her. The whisper came from the corner of the room. "You should not have come here." I couldn't breathe. My hands trembled as I reached for my phone's flashlight, but before I could turn it on, I'd have felt something move right beside me. Then, something cold and skeletal brushed against my arm. I bolted for the door. My hands clawed at the handle, but it wouldn't budge. A freezing breath coiled around my neck, and in that moment, I realized she was standing behind me. A blood-curdling scream and rang out, but it wasn't mine. It was hers. And then, silence. The lights blinked back on, and the room looked normal again. No woman, no whispers. But when I turned to the mirror chance of her and my stomach lurched. She was quite still there, and she wasn't looking at me. She was looking past me. Something else. Something standing behind me. I ran down the this endless hallway. Hallways, each one stretching further and further, leading me back to the awkward, insane, cursed door, room 307. The Hotel wouldn't let me leave. Desperate, I sulk-wide slammed my fists against the walls, screaming for help. And then, out of the corner of my eye, I saw the relazione reception desk. It was covered in thick dust. The furniture, broken and rotting. The entire hotel looked like it had been abandoned for decades. Then, my eyes landed on an eerie, old newspaper. Its pages yellowed and brittle. My breath caught as I read the headline, Ravenwood Manor, destroyed in a fire 1986. All guests perished. No survivors. I stumbled backward. If this place had burned down nearly 40 years ago, then where the hell was I? Heart pounding, I shoved open the exit doors and stepped right back into the hotel lobby. The clock on the wall struck. 1 of months. Again, a chilling whisper brushed against my ear. You should not have come here.